Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Faith? What's up? Well, I was gonna say Facebook because Mornings with Mino used to be on Facebook, but hey, we all make mistakes. What's up, friends? What's up, fellow minglers? This is Ramino, aka Mino, and you are mingling with Mino in the mornings, okay? On what I like to call Mino mornings. All right. Again, I'm your host, Ramino, aka Mino, and you are mingling with me in the morning. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know it's a little dark. Yeah, I'm trying to adjust the lighting. Um, yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so I'm happy to be with you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Okay. Yeah, I definitely, see that a lot of people are appreciating the content. Um, and so, that's why I keep making these, videos, just so that I can help motivate you guys and help you guys proceed on the path of your personal growth efforts. Okay. So, guys, if you are watching live, why don't you go ahead and drop the word live in the comments? Okay. And if you're watching a replay, go ahead and drop the word replay in the comments. Okay. So, if you're watching live, go ahead and drop live in the comments. If you're watching a replay, drop replay. Okay. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. Okay. Yeah. We're mingling. Okay. Um, Now, before I get into my little motivational spiel, I kind of wanted to share something that I thought was amazing. I actually got a message from rather on my Mingling with Mino page on Facebook. I wanted to shout that person out. I'm not going to say that person's name, because, confidentiality and stuff like that. But, I really thought that was amazing how someone like messaged me. They asked me like, if I was a motivator, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to, become a motivational speaker. I'm also working in the mental health field, so it was just definitely amazing to have that opportunity to reach out to that person and just be able to connect with that person. It was great. The person that messaged me, he was saying that he was, struggling a little bit. He was an aspiring musician, and he felt like, people weren't listening to his music. And so, he felt like he lost all motivation to continue writing music and, playing music. And so, I let him know. I was like, hey, I feel like if that's your passion, if that's something that you are very passionate about or truly passionate about, you shouldn't let, um, your limited audience be a barrier to your success and your, music career. And so, I feel like a lot of times when, we don't get that feedback that we're looking for. So, and we don't get, those numbers as far as like the people that we want, or the target audience rather. I feel like that discourages a lot of us from, reaching our full potential, whether it be in music, whether it be in business, whether it be, other professional avenues or just anything. You know what I mean? I feel like, us as a society, we are definitely looking for people to, give us that validation. You know what I mean? We're waiting for them to give us that validation, and that's one of the driving forces, to us being successful. Obviously we want people to, listen to whatever content that, we have, or whatever we're trying to bring into the world, whatever we are trying to, show the world, as far as, our talents, as far as, our interests, our hobbies, and so I feel like, again, a lot of the time people get discouraged, when they don't get that validation, you know, and they start to, say, like, what am I doing wrong? Or, what, like, is it me? Is it the type of content that I'm bringing forward? And stuff like that. And obviously, I feel like on some level, you definitely need to ask yourself certain questions as far as what what you're doing, like what is your purpose, to as far as like um making your content, or like in this person's case, making music. Like, what is your purpose, what are some of the resources that you have to kind of improve upon your delivery, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the time, like, again, like with music, for example, a lot of the time, one of the reasons why you're not, reaching people, or you may not be reaching people, is because, the delivery, or the marketing, you know. So it might not even be your content in general. It might be the way that you're trying to deliver it out to society, or deliver it out to, your target audience. Maybe it's, the delivery of what you're trying to do, like your delivery. It may not connect, or it may not mesh with your target audience. And so, you might have to change your delivery. You might have to promote, a little bit more on social media, for example. I mean, I know that's something that people often use in order to, get their ideas, get their content out there. I feel like that's an easy way, you know what I mean? Obviously, you have to be very consistent, and that's something that I've had to learn, in this journey. Because, before mingling with Mino, I wasn't very active on social media. And, I'm still not as active as I need to be, as far as, promoting, mingling with Mino, promoting my, promoting like the business side and stuff like that. I'm not as active, and I definitely, want to try and become more active in that respect, just to get my message out to people. You know what I mean? And so, that's what I was telling the person that messaged me on my Mingling with Mino Facebook page. I was just, letting him know, like, try not to be discouraged. Try to see if there's other avenues. You know what I mean? Try to find your purpose. And if you are watching right now, person, that messaged me, I definitely encourage you to follow me, and stuff like that, because again, I feel like this is something that discourages a lot of us, from trying to pursue, a venture. We're always, saying like, well, what if people don't like it? You know what I mean? Or what if people can't connect with it? And that discourages us from actually, continuing our efforts. Because I feel like, above all else, with any venture that you are trying to pursue, you definitely want to ask yourself, what is the purpose? Are you trying to please, people, and are you trying to get people to solely view your content and stuff like that? Or are you doing it, for other reasons? Are you doing it because this is your passion? Are you doing it because you love this? You know what I mean? Whatever it is, whether it be music, whether it be speaking, you know what I mean? Whether it be, trying to have inspirational content, such as myself, what are some of the purposes of what you're trying to do? And I feel like if it's solely to get people to watch, because I don't have thousands of viewers, not yet. Okay, I'm claiming it. I don't have thousands of viewers yet, but you know what I mean. And even if I don't have thousands of viewers, I love doing this. I love speaking. I love speaking into a camera. You know what I mean? I love to share my ideas. Again, I've told you guys in multiple episodes, I'm very extroverted. So I love to speak. You know what I mean? I love to be sociable. And I feel like, even if people aren't tuning in, you know what I mean, as much as I want them to, I feel like I'm still fulfilling my purpose in doing this, because I see that a couple of people already, like, they're already, again, that message from that person, you know, That was very inspiring to me. You know what I mean? Because that showed that, like, I'm reaching people, and like it especially is heartwarming for me, to know that, like, I'm reaching people, in other parts of the US. You see what I'm saying? I actually had another message too. Um, on the Mingling with Mino page. Now, this message, it was from another person. I think he was actually from. I'm not going to say anybody's name because of, again, confidentiality. But he was from India. You see what I'm saying? And he's trying to get me to join this group of podcasters. To pretty much, like, bounce around ideas. We would meet on WhatsApp and stuff like that, and he's trying to get me to be a part of that group, and I've gotten a couple messages like that, like not on the Mingling with Mino page, but on, like, my personal Facebook page, because I have, like, so many groups that I follow, to promote, like, my podcast, and to, like, bounce around ideas, think tanks, if you will, and so it's just definitely inspiring, and it definitely makes me want to continue my venture, to mingle with and motivate the masses. That's what I'm trying to do. um so yeah, again, I feel like a lot of the times when we try to pursue ventures, we often don't think about our purpose. And I feel like with our purpose, it definitely, sometimes our purpose can be dynamic. And when I say dynamic, I mean, like, it could be changing. You know what I mean? Like, so throughout time, our purpose might change. We might include other purposes for what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? In our ventures. So, again, for the person that messaged me, as far as, saying that he lost all motivation to pursue music, I listened to a song that he had, because he sent me a song that he wrote and everything like that. I thought it was pretty cool. I definitely had some questions for him. So hopefully he responds back. I'll check my messages, and see if he responds. So I definitely had some questions for him. But yeah, like, I definitely think that this is what I want. You know what I mean? I want people to message me. I want people to be able to, talk to me, about anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm up for discussion. Again, I'm trying to mingle with and motivate the masses. Okay. Now, I know I spent the first 13 minutes, or so, blabbing about, that exciting moment for me. So let's get into my motivational spiel for today. Okay. We're going to continue on talking about staying true to yourself. Because that is my positive affirmation for this week. Okay, I shared that on the last episode. Go ahead and tune into the last episode if you have not. Okay, motivational mean well the I'm spitting out hashtags. Okay, mornings with Mino on the 29th. Okay, it should be in my YouTube channel. All right, so definitely check that out. But yeah, I was discussing, staying true to yourself. Okay. And, I asked you guys several questions. I think the last question that we ended off on was, with staying true to yourself. Okay. Because we were talking about, like, personas. Again, a persona is, a mask, a metaphorical mask that you wear, and it's part of your personality, and so we have many different personas. We have personas that we have to wear metaphorically at work, whether it also be in other settings, in the community, when we're walking down the street, or when we're driving, down the street and stuff like that. We have multiple personas, that we have throughout the day. Okay. Now, what my question was And what I wanted you guys to, think about, you can answer this, you can, type this out in the comments. You can send me a message, on the Mingling with Mino Facebook page. You can, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and let me know what you think. But when you metaphorically wear, one of those masks of your persona, like let's say you're at a setting at work, you know what I mean? And so in a sense, you're hiding some of the qualities, or characteristics of yourself. So when I say that, again, I talked about how, I was very extroverted. I'm still very extroverted, you know what I mean? And so, but sometimes with that extroversion, that also leads to me being very outspoken. And so in the setting that I work at, in the group home, there are definitely times when, I can be outspoken with my residents, but there are also other times where I have to be very sensitive, you know what I mean, to what I'm, sensitive as far as, what I'm saying to these residents, and stuff like that. So I'm not able to use, to the fullest, to my fullest capability. I'm not able to use my outspoken characteristic. Now, my question then would be, and I asked this in the previous episode, my question would be, does that mean that I'm still staying true to myself? You know what I mean? So, because of the fact that I'm not using some of the qualities, in certain moments, you know what I mean? What do you guys think? Does that mean that I'm still staying true to myself? You know what I mean? So I definitely want you guys to think about that. And I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer. I really don't think that there's a right or wrong answer to that question, because again, we have multiple personas, we have multiple aspects of our personality. So, it's like, again, and they manifest themselves, again, in different settings, whether it be in our professional setting, in our professional lives, whether it be in our community lives, going to church, going to the store, going to a restaurant, going to work, traveling, when we're going abroad and traveling. um, we have various elements of our personality. And because we aren't able, which I feel like, at times, we feel like we're not able to, um, like show some of those characteristics, show some of those qualities. Does that mean that we're still staying true to ourselves? And I feel like that's a question that we all ask. Again, there's not a right or wrong answer, but I definitely would like for you guys to think about that. And if you can, share some of your thoughts. Again, in the comments, share some of your thoughts. Thank you so much, Sid. Thank you so much, Vanilla Bean Latte. Yep. Again, guys, follow my friend Sydney Patterson on Vanilla Bean Latte Gaming. Okay, she's a fellow YouTuber. She also has her Facebook page. Okay, and I'll show that in my banner towards the end of my video. Okay. But yes, definitely think about that question. Because I feel like we, on some level, we always, think about that question or questions like those. If we're not showing some of our characteristics, you know what I mean, of our personality, whether it be our outspoken nature, whether it be, the fact that we're spiritual, because I feel like a lot of people, like, depending on like what religions, or what beliefs that they have, I feel like, they're not able to, or they feel like they're not able to express that in certain settings, such as their professional setting, or, in, a community setting. They feel like they have to, in a sense, hide that part of themselves, And so does that mean that they're truly being true to themselves? You know what I mean? Are they staying true to themselves? It's a good question, you know. So I definitely encourage you guys to think about that. Okay. Um, yeah, because I feel like that's definitely important. That's an important question to ask, you know. So yeah, think about that. All right. And again, my positive affirmation for this week is to stay true to yourself. Okay. All right. Before I get off of here, you guys, make sure you follow me again on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay. Using hashtags Mingle2021, 2021, Motivational Mino. Okay. Music with Mino. I also drop lots of different hashtags, like success driven, mindset, whatever hashtags that you can relate to when you think of mingling with Mino. Okay. Um, you know, Also definitely follow my friend Sydney's YouTube channel on Vanilla Bean Latte Gaming, okay, where she plays video games. Okay, she has exclusive video game content. Okay, she plays games like Max Payne, Tekken. Yeah. So definitely Mortal Kombat. Um, Follow her. Okay, if you are any of my gamer friends out there. All right. Me personally, I don't play a lot of video games. I played I feel like if I were to play a video game, it's funny. It's funny because I always say that because I'm very extroverted. But I feel like when I play video games, I like, first person games, like, so, or like one player games. So I was like a Final Fantasy head growing up. I like Final Fantasy. I like Kingdom Hearts. I liked, like Call of Duty, Halo, but I would always, go on like solo missions, and it's just interesting to me, at least, because again, I'm very extroverted. And when you think of video games, you often think of like playing with multiple people, whether it be, physically playing with people. So like people around you sitting with you and stuff like that. Or, playing with people online. Yeah, I never was really into that, and I mean, not to say that I won't play video games with people, you know, but hey, that's just the type of person that I am, you know. So yeah, aside from all of that, definitely follow Sydney on her YouTube channel, Vanilla Bean Latte Gaming. That would be much appreciated. Yes, definitely give her some subs, okay? Um, and yes, yeah. Uh, Also, if you guys have looked at, like, my socials, so Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, if you guys took a look at those, you'll see that I had some ideas for my business cards, okay, for Mingling with Mino. So definitely give me some feedback. I would appreciate the feedback, okay? Again, follow me at Original Mingler on the socials, all right? Follow me at Original Mingler on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I have some ideas for my business cards. And I'm going to, once I get those printed out here in the next month, I'm going to, start dispersing them. I'm also thinking of making like a magnet for my car. So, I'll be driving around the city of Chicago and, promoting myself in that way because, time is coming up. I literally have like a little over a month before I start um to proceed with the podcast, and I'm very excited, and I'm excited for you guys to finally listen, in like a podcast format. Yeah, it's exciting. It's also nerve-wracking, but I definitely I definitely cannot wait. Okay. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Mingling with Mino, Mornings with Mino. Definitely continue to follow me, continue to support me, continue giving me feedback. And as always, again, message me. Take advantage of those messages. So communicate with me, all right? Because I'm trying to mingle with and motivate the masses, all right? In any which way that I can, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, make sure to follow me on the socials. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. All right. Thank you for mingling with me. Bye bye.